Hi, my name's Jackie Durnin from Your Inner Power. I'm here with Deirdre Maguire, Master FasterEFT Practitioner, and we've just finished the 3-day How to Tap into Corporates in Belfast. So it was a really exciting 3 days. It feels like only yesterday I was talking to you about we were talking about how to tap into corporates, and you were like, Jackie, you need to come to Belfast.
Yeah, I remember that on Skype, and you phoned me. I didn't know what it was going to be about, and then I was so excited about what you were going to do, and I thought, yeah, you've got to get yourself to Belfast, and here we are.
And it's finished, it's done. So what did you think, how did the course compare to what you thought it was going to be?
Well, when the idea of corporates, when you first said to me about corporates, and I thought, oh, well, I'll learn about it, but I don't really think I'd like to do it, because I had some kind of resistance to it. I have my FasterEFT competency skills down pat. I'm happy with that. I know how to get up and talk in front of people. I'm fine with that. But there's something about corporates, and I thought, I don't know. And so obviously I had some programs running there. So when it got closer to it and I got really, really excited about it, I thought, I am very eager to learn more about this. And especially on the back of the success in Australia, because I'd spoken to various practitioners who had already been on it, and I heard about the caliber of the workshop, so I was even more excited. And so then when I got here and we started really talking about going into the corporate world, I had to tap. I thought, oh my God, if I had to stand up in front of, I could see suits in my mind. I could just see all these suits, and I thought, no, that was a world that I lived in before when I was in the family business and dealing with salesmen and suits and all that. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. But such was the quality of the workshop that we were able to unravel any concerns any of us had, and they were all different. The concerns that people had were all very, very different. But the format of the workshop was such that we were all able to deal with our individual issues around it. And you have really good techniques within the workshop which act as indicators to show how we are progressing over the 3 days. So we'll not tell what it is, but it's suffice to say that it's really, really good. That I could see on day 1 where I was at, and then it was measurable by day 2. I had cleared more stuff, and by day 3 I was excited. I was thinking, yep, I can do this. So that was really, really good.
How did you feel about, I know that when I was first doing the course in Australia, the practitioners were saying to me, you're not going to be doing tapping on this. And I said, yes, we're going to definitely do tapping. And when they came on the course, they were delighted that they actually got to do the tapping, but going into it, they weren't so sure if they wanted to tap firstly, if they needed to tap, and also because there's a range of practitioners on various different levels, what was going to show up. So how did you feel about tapping on the workshop?
Well, I would say I actually felt exactly the same. I thought, I don't want to do any of that stuff because I mean, that's the way I do things, because I want to learn about it, but I don't want to tap about it. And what I was very surprised at was just how quickly my stuff showed up. My concerns, fears, anxieties around the corporate world. So I was actually very, very glad of the opportunity to tap. From my own perspective, I was actually glad to be on the other side of the table, so that somebody else was delivering it, and I could deal with what I needed to deal with. So it was twofold, because I was able to be tapped on and to tap on my own issues, and also then I was able to help others by tapping on them. And it was very, very powerful, Jackie. That is a very, very integral part of the workshop.
Yeah. And I suppose for people that have been interested in applying in the course, one of the questions I get is, what level practitioner do I need to be? And I suppose in this workshop we got to experience practitioners from all levels. You know, some people are doing the at-home study course of FasterEFT. Some people are level 1, level 2, and like master like yourself. What would you say to someone who's thinking about coming on the course, who, depending on what level they are, do you think that's going to affect them learning on the course, I suppose?
No, I think that the course is not about tapping. So it's not about tapping. So it's not a course on tapping. So it does not address the level of tapping that you're at. So whatever level you're at is irrelevant, because that's not what the course is about.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I was so surprised. I mean, there were people here who had very little skills in tapping, but they contributed so much because they were actually from the corporate world. So they were able to give us such insight, in my mind. They gave us a lot of insight into how the thinking mind of the corporate world, which served to help us. It certainly helped me to realise, that the people in the corporate world are just humans, and B, how lucrative the corporate world is, because these people are dealing with millions, and it's very successful companies have very large budgets, and so it can be very, very lucrative. And I think this is a very, very important part of the life of a FasterEFT practitioner, because people need to make their living from it. And I have been there and worked my way up. I have watched others who struggle, and we have such an amazing modality. I mean, it's cutting edge, it's groundbreaking, it can help so many people, and yet these very good people with this great modality are stuck. They can't make their living, they can't pay their bills. Well, it's no use to them if they can't pay their bills and they want to be a practitioner. If they just want to live their lives in another way and use FasterEFT in their daily living to improve the quality of their own life, that's one thing. But if you want to be a practitioner and you want to make your living, you know, we were talking earlier on to one of the girls who's actually, you know, going in to hand in her notice. So that's a big step. She has to pay her bills, she has to feed her children. Yeah. And so people need something, and I really think that this workshop is an integral part of the FasterEFT community, because it can help people to take their practice to the next level. And you teach it very well. It's very simple. It's very easy. You have it listed out so that we can do it easily. Anybody could do it. So if you have the FasterEFT skills, then this is a natural come together. Yeah.
And you were mentioning some of the participants. So one girl's actually talking about she's actually handing in her notice on Tuesday. There were other practitioners who are here, and you can see now that they've got the material that they're really planning on hitting the ground running. So how realistic do you think, after doing this 3-day workshop, it is that you could really start tapping into corporates the next week?
Absolutely, you have every single piece of information that you need. The only thing that would stop you would be your own limiting beliefs. And what have you got? You've got FasterEFT to tap on that. So you tap away. That's what I was doing. It brought up old memories that I had of years ago, something I had totally forgotten about, where I was involved in business and things didn't go so well. It was a family member who had been involved in business, and all of that was alive inside me, and that was what was driving it. So I found that, well, I can tap on that. So when I released that, then I was okay. So if you have any resistance, you have the tapping modality to use. And as for what you get in this workshop, you get everything. There's nothing you don't get, bar taking me by the hand down the road to the to Coca-Cola, to Dulux, to whoever this corporate company is. I mean, that's the only thing you're not doing in it, Jackie. Everything else is covered.
Yeah. So the materials, you mentioned the materials. So on the course, I talked through the members area that you get access to and all the materials. What did you think when you saw that today?
The Facebook,
all the material in the members area, the prospect materials.
I was blown away. I just thought, this is it. This is, it's absolutely so valuable. It's so well worth the money, well worth the investment. I mean, it's significant compared to other training programs. It's a significant amount of money, but it's worth every single penny because the information is all there.
And so we're now at the last day. Sunday evening, it's 6:30 or whatever. The course is now finished, and so I think you came into the course thinking this was going to be something on the side that you would do.
Yeah.
How's your I suppose, has anything changed for you, or?
Yeah, it makes me excited about it. It has renewed my awareness of how powerful the modality of FasterEFT is. And what excites me even more is that we've now married it in with the corporate world. So in my mind, I'm already in the corporate world. So whereas I had thought maybe I'll do it over there, and I do have my passion, I have my own passions, my own workshops, my own seminars that I am very excited that I am currently, putting together. But now I see I would be able to take those into the corporate world because I have that skill now. I have the knowledge. I know how to get into the corporate world. I know exactly what to do. I do not feel anxious about it the way I did when I first started. I feel excited. On the contrary, I actually feel excited about it. I want to show off what I can do. And the other thing that really came to me, which was amazing, how many people I actually already know in the business world. Because I actually forgot that I spent 20 years. I spent 20 years in business. Yeah. So I know a lot of business people. Yeah. But I was so glad to get out of it, quite honestly. And I'm so passionate about where I am in my life now that I had just shut that door. And I thought, we are not going there. I am not going back there. But now I see it completely differently. I tapped away any misgivings that I have, and I now see it as an opportunity. So if anybody else out there is like myself that has left the world of business and thinking my direction is now here, you can actually take all that wisdom that you already have, and you shone the light on that for us, to see where we have already got expertise and where we could go to bring corporate FasterEFT to. So that's really cool.
So from here, there's training courses in Toronto, Houston and Los Angeles in September. So what would you say to anyone who's thinking about it or not sure, and knowing these courses are coming up and this is the only time they're coming up in 2015?
I'd say get yourself booked there. I know that you had discussed about a payment plan. So, if it is a big investment, it is a lot of money, and but it's absolutely well worth it. It's an amazing, what is it, return on investment? Your ROI is definitely very, very good on this. It is well worth the investment. And it is only 3 days. It's jam-packed, and you get to take all the information away with you. It's phenomenal. So I would say get yourself booked. And you know that we had talked about it, and I have said that if anybody books through my URL, that I am excited to give them an hour's mentoring. Yeah. I'm happy to do that. I can really help people if they have any doubts about certain parts of it. I now can help even more with that. Yeah. And so I say, without a doubt, get yourself booked, go to it. It's well worth it, and you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot, and it's easy to learn. Yeah. It's not difficult to learn. It's just opening your eyes and showing you what's possible. And Jackie, you've done a lot of work to get it to where it is. I can see that. I know myself. I'm doing my own workshops, and I know the work that's involved. Yeah. And you haven't left a stone unturned. You've done
I've been a busy little lady.
You have definitely been a busy little lady. There's a lot of information in it.
Yeah. Thank you. And I think, as you touched on the payment plan, we've had quite a lot of applications for the various locations, and people are concerned about money. So what we have done is we've put in a payment plan in place so that it's more accessible for
Mhm.
people. So if people are in Toronto or Houston or LA and they're thinking about it, but money is an issue,
Mhm.
they really should be getting their applications in. And if they get their application in through your link, as you said,
Mhm.
there's an hour's mentoring,
Mhm.
which I think would be invaluable after you've been on a 3-day
Absolutely.
event, because you know, if you do start to hit fears or you feel overwhelmed or anything comes up, you know, there's an hour's mentoring with you
Mhm.
on helping them through that, whether
Yeah.
it's a FasterEFT, doing some FasterEFT, or just talking them through.
Mhm. Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, I've already set that up with some people here today because there's just a wee bit that they want, and so it's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
And and the other thing about it is that it's not any more than 20 people, so
Yeah.
it's very intimate. It's everybody's needs get met. That's what happened. Everybody's needs were met over the last few days, which is
And I think a big thing for me when I'm running the course is to ensure that everyone's questions are answered. So
Mhm.
when they leave the building, they can see from day 1 to day 3 where their confidence level has increased, and that they feel comfortable stepping out of here and approaching corporates. And I think I could see across the group of people here today the difference between Friday and this evening.
absolutely. I mean, and as I say, it was measurable, and apart from that, the crack was good.
It was.
Yep.
Because it doesn't have to be that serious.
No.
It doesn't have to be overwhelming, and a big part of my workshops it has to be fun.
Absolutely.
And you saw me
Well, now
skipping and
now
singing.
don't give everything away, because there were some parts of it that were just hilarious now, but your secret is safe with me, Jackie. And and we went out to dinner, we had good fun, it's the usual FasterEFT community, which I love.
Yeah.
Connecting up with like-minded people and having a bit of crack and or a bit of fun, what we call crack, fun. And of course the crack's always made in Ireland. It was really good.
It was awesome. But thank you so much for coming along. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And
good woman, good luck with it. You deserve it all.
oh, thank
It's
you,
amazing.
lovely. And I might be back next year. Who
Absolutely.
knows? Otherwise,
yes.
I'll see you in Oz, I'm sure.
Definitely.
All right, lovely. Thanks.
Good woman.